Hi, I'm Allison Pryor, and I teach acrylic paintings for the beginner in real time, step by step, so you can follow along with me. And today I'm going to welcome you to my new live stream. And today we are going to do a really nice field of flowers. Now, I have them here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this while you're watching, or you can try to follow along. I'll tell you what you need. So I'm going to make a nice sky and nice hills and nice flowers. And I'm going to show you how to make them look distant. See, isn't that pretty? So you want to try and follow along with me. If you can, we'll have a rebroadcast, so you'll be able to follow along then. And I'm going to tell you what you need to paint along with me. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you the brushes. And the brushes I have here is a bristle brush, and that's probably a size 8. Depending on the size of your canvas, my canvas is 11 by 14, so I just need this size. But if you need a bigger size, you can get a ½ inch or even an inch or even 2 inches if you got a 16 by 20 canvas. So you also need, or it'd be nice to have, a nice fan brush. There's a fan brush. And you would also need, now if you don't have a fan brush, you can use a bristle brush, okay? And then I'm going to have a flat chiseled edge brush. That's only, it says a size 12 on here, but all the brands are different sizes, so it's pretty small. It's not big. That's synthetic. And I also have a liner brush. There we go. It's a rigger brush, liner brush. They call them different names, but as long as it's long, and it's nice and long and round. And we also have a filbert brush for your flowers. It's only a small filbert. Like I say, judge your brushes basically on the size of your canvas and what you're painting. So brushes are very important. This is a smaller liner brush in case we need it. Whatever brushes you have on hand, have them there just in case you need them. And then as for the paints, we will need our primary colors. Always have your primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and then you're set. And if you want to have a brown there, we can make our own green, or you can even put sap green there if you want. And I have some white and some Cad Yellow, Cad Red, and a brighter yellow. So I have a couple of different color yellows. You can have your main colors, and you can also have some lighters, light and dark reds or blues. You know, as long as the primary colors, that's the main thing for you to have on hand. Let's see what we have here. Very pretty and painted sunflowers posters. I love that size. Stevie Dickerson, hi. Sorry, I'm up close. Um, they work great. Okay, and can you see the chat now? Yes, I can see the chat. Hi. Hi, Ricky. Riley. Riley Reed. Riley Reed is a pancake. Okay, cool. So we'll see, maybe other people will come in. Hi, Stevie. Again, hi. So I just want to, we'll take our time. We got an hour and a half or so. Depends on how this goes. And I want you to ask me any questions if you have any. I'll try my best to answer them. I'm using today some Dahmer and Rowney paints, these ones here. And I do have an Amazon shop. If you go to my Amazon shop, I have recommendations for you on your paintings and what you can use, and recommend brushes and paints and things like that for. So if you want to go to my Amazon shop, it is affiliate links. And, so I have as much as I can for you here. This one is Liquid X. Liquitex Basics. These are nice too. So, you have the best paints that I find are the Alma and the Liquitex and um, golden and things like that. I find that the heavy golden might be a little harder to work with, so you probably get the fluid ones. Um, let's see what else we got here. Ah, hi. I have watched many of your videos. Yes, I haven't been doing very many live videos, Stevie. I'm trying to get more used to them. I'm not really that used to them yet. Can you guys hear me okay? Because, like I say, this is fairly new to me and I have fun. I did a couple, but I'm still learning and it's not easy. It's not easy to do live, but it's fun. Um, the store that I shop at for my supplies is, well, Amazon, and also we have Michael's here, and it's a little far away for me, so I might go to Cancel, but I like Amazon best to get my art supplies because they're a little cheaper and they come in packages, and some of these other stores they only have them like individually, like $12, $15 for a small tube of paint. So that's what I think. And yes, you only have a few arts places. I say Amazon is the best one. Can hear me fine. Excellent. Oh, Karen. Hi, Karen. Karen Lawson. Very excellent painter. You should get your own videos. You would be able to teach people lots of good stuff. Yeah. So you guys disappeared for a reason. I don't know what happened there, but my live chat is gone dark on me. See, every time you go live or I go live, things go wrong. So hopefully it will come back. Oh, there you are. Ah, yeah, great. All right. I thought I lost you there for a minute. So, like I said in the beginning, when everybody wasn't here, I'm just using my bristle brush. And like I said, my canvas is 11 by 14. It's just a canvas. Some people ask me, they say, well, do you um, uh, do you coat it with anything or do you prime it? Well, my canvases, when I buy them, I just buy them at Michael's or any store I get to for my art supplies or Amazon or whatever. And they're mostly already primed. So you can put coated gesso on it if you want to. If you want to soften it up a little more, make it more smooth. I kind of just use them as they are. I like the way they are. Some people also put on a coat of burnt sienna just to have a background there so they won't have a white canvas. That kind of helps your paints too. So let's give this one a shot and see. Because I'm doing it live, only goodness knows what's going to happen. So that's what the fun thing is about live, is that you never know what can happen and what can go wrong, and that's what makes it fun for you guys watching me make my mistakes. So yeah, hi Lori. Very good. So what we'll do is I will get started, and if you need to know what the brushes were again, I can show them to you as we go along. Liner brushes, fan brush if you have one, Filbert brush, and some synthetics, and your paints again are your primary colors. Make sure you have your primary colors. You should be all set, right? So we got Ultramarine Blue, Cad Red, Cad Yellow, and your white, titanium white if you want to use that, and burnt sienna or burnt umber. These are all excellent paints for painting. So let's see. Gesso's okay for some canvas, but I normally get the ones that are primed. Me too, Stevie. Um, So I find that helps. So let's see if I can get started on this painting because I know you're probably anxious, but it's fun talking to you guys too, right? I don't want to leave you, but I have to turn the camera around so you can see what I'm going to do. So we don't want anything falling out there. Okay. All right, let's go around, around, around she goes. There's my little studio. All right. Now, do I have a light in the background there that's interfering with that? Well, I'm going to turn that off so you don't get a glare. All right. Okay. Okay, so I just want to get that out of the way. Yes, a bit of a glare there. I don't know. Do you see a glare? I'm back. I'm back. I'm just trying to get that glare out of the way there for you. Sorry about that. That's what I say. We're live. We're live. All right. Let's see. I'm probably making a bit of noise there now. I'm not sure. Like I said, this is it's all new to me, and it's all fun. So, yes, some people have help, yes, and sometime I will eventually get to that. Okay. No glare. Oh, well, it's not too dark now, is it? Because I turned off that light. So hopefully that works. All right. You got any problems with anything, let me know, and I'll try my best to fix it, okay? All right. So, oh, thank you. Looks good. Perfect. All right, let's get started. Let's see. Now, let's see. So we have this up here, and we have the nice sky. Okay, there's the blue sky, and we have some pinks and some yellows and orange. Let's see what we can do with that now. All right, so I'm going to get this out of the way. Hopefully it doesn't fall down on me. All right, I'm going to take my bristle brush, and I'm going to get my blue sky on first. Okay, so my blue sky will be blue. Now you could use ultramarine blue, phthalo blue, whatever color blue sky you want. I'm going to go fairly light. See, I just mixed a bit of blue, white, simple as pie, filled up my brush. See? And we'll just go across the top here, okay? See? Simple. You've seen me do this before. Good. It's a little bit rocky. My easel. It's rocky. It's rocking. So, back and forth, back and forth. And when you're painting parts, just do parts of your painting because the acrylics dry really fast. So you have to keep it wet at all times, or you can use some blending gel to extend the drying time. But I can't use it because it'll make a glare and it won't dry fast enough for me to get rid of the glare for you, okay? So I need to do it this way, but you can certainly use blending gel. All right, so that's the blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean that off of there. So I'm going to swish that in my, you can hear that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up, now while this is still wet, so if you do small sections, you will be able to, small sections you'll be able to blend better, okay? So we got a nice pinkish color. Pinky, pinky. So I got some pink going on here. I might add a tiny bit of that blue just to tone it down a little bit. So let me see. All right, so I'm going to put that on there. I'm even going to go right into the blue so it'll all blend nicely together. Good. We'll add a little bit more white. So keep adjusting your paints, okay? Just adjust everything as you go along so that you'll get it the way you want it. There we go. Good. That's a nice. Now I'm going to clean off my brush really, really, really good. Take all paint off and just have my brush damp. And I'm going to blend those two lines together right here. See? That'll blend it all together nicely. Let's get all that there. And even if the red goes up into the blue, that's fine because the sky has all kinds of colors. But we want to get rid of that line there. See that line? Good. My chat disappeared again. So if I'm not answering you, it's because the chat is disappearing. I don't know if it'll come back or not. If it doesn't, I will try to see what I can do. But I don't see the chat there right now. I don't know why it disappeared on me like that. That's what I'm saying. I have to figure all this out because I really love chatting with you guys and I want to know what your questions are and everything. But if I don't see the chat there, I can't help. I can only get you to paint along with me. So let me see what's going on. I don't know. You're probably there. I just can't find you. Maybe. Oh, there you are. Good. Okay, I got you back. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. All right. Oh, yes, the daisy painting. I'm glad you like that. Anyway, we're going to, I try to make them as simple as I can so you can have some fun. Yes, it does take a lot of courage to be a YouTuber and live. Um, you know, after you after painting for so many years, the biggest, scariest part about this for me is that something is going to go wrong and you're watching and enjoying it, and then something happens. It's like a singer getting on stage. They don't know if their microphone is not going to work or something like that, right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some nice yellowy, orangey color down here. All right. So, the yellow orange. Let's get a bit of yellow. I got two kinds of yellows. Isn't it weird though how your voice gives out to you on live chat? You ever notice that about other people are doing live? Their voice goes on them too. Isn't that strange? Maybe it's nerves. All right, so we got some orange color, which is going to be yellow, a little bit of red. Oh, the red is very strong. See how that just takes that yellow and there it is. There it is. All right, let's try this. Oh, nice, bright. I'm going to add a bit of white to that so it'll, okay. So you have to make adjustments and you have to decide, make decisions and as you're going along. Now that pink is probably have to dry on me a little bit because I was talking. See how nice that is though? I'm adding more white instead of yellow and red. All right. Don't give out on me now, voice. Look how pretty that is. Now I'm going to blend that top part there again for you. I'm going to clean my brush really good. Really, really good. Get all the paint off as much as you can. And I'm banging the bottom of my glass jar to get all the paint off. See? And then I'm going to go back and forth over here. Because I really want that all to blend nicely together. And this is where your blending gel comes in because then you wouldn't have this problem of it drying on you and then you're covering up everything that's underneath it. So I'm just going to bring my wet brush up here and picking up some yellows and some reds. See, and I'm just going over those two lines so there's no line there anymore. Just scrub at it if you have to and go back and forth, okay? I find if you do short strokes like this, you're just going to get all kinds of little strokes in your paintings. But when you back and forth, long strokes like this, see how I'm picking up some of the yellow because that's dry up there a little bit, but that's okay. Skies have all kinds of colors in them. Good. There we go. So yeah, long strokes makes it nice and blended. So that's good. Now, what we'll do is so I know it's not exactly the same as this one because I'm doing it live. I'm just trying to show you the tips and the ways of blending your sky, okay? So what we'll do next is I can add more red to it. Let me see. Let's add a bit more red for a bit of fun. It won't hurt. If it becomes a disaster, well, we learn together now, won't we? So I'm going to add a little bit more of that pinkish color just to see what happens. Ooh, see, because it's all wet, you can do that, okay? You can keep your yellow, but you can still put some of the pink color in. See that? So you can pick up some more of your pink color, and you can let that go into that orangey color. Look, see that? Want a bit more red. As long as everything is still wet, you can get all these colors to blend together really nice. Good. You can put some down here, it's fine. See how this is coming along better there now? So you can add as much as you want. As long as you don't cover up your yellow, as long as your yellow, your orangey colors are wet, you will be able to blend those two colors together really, really nice. See how I'm getting a little bit of a glare there now because it's wet? So this is why I can't use the blending gel. So I'm just adding a bit of color. Now we're going to have hills down here, so I don't have to worry too much about that, but it's good for practice. Okay, long strokes. Now that looks much better there. It's too yellow first. So like I say, always do adjustments. There we go. Blur it up on me. Why are you blurring on me? Don't do that. Good. Now that top part of the sky, I think I'm going to try and blend that a little more. It looks more blended here live, but on the I can see on the camera there it looks kind of like it's not blended well enough. I'm just going to go over it with a clean damp brush. And like I say, it looks pretty blended here. But there it looks, I don't know if that'll help. See the glare? So when that dries, I'll be able to show it to you better then, okay? Good, we got some of that done. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to add a few little clouds, just some very easy clouds. So what I'm going to do is I'll take that bristle brush again. I love bristle brushes because they're easy to work with. So I'm just going to put some of that pink color on my brush. You can use either the pink or the orange. I'm going to use the pink, and I'm going to pick up some white. Pick up some white. Always have a little bit of color into your clouds, just so they won't look so white and chalky. So I don't have much of a cloud here. I'm just going to make streaks of clouds. Just see that? Just touch and pull over. Just touch and tap, pull over. See? Just simple little white cloud floating in the background. See that? Just a simple, nothing, no big puffy clouds. No need to put big puffy clouds in all your paintings. Just a nice soft little line of clouds. See? That's all. You don't always have to have big fluffy clouds. You can make them a little fluffy if you just want to tap on that line that you made. But you don't want, hopefully that will dry soon and you won't get a glare. So that's all. Just put a little bit of, and if you want to, like I said, if you want to fluff up a couple, let's pick one right here. You already made that line, so you just tap on a little bit of white on the top and you'll get a nice fluffy little cloud. Because it's, like I say, it's wet, so that's why you get a bit of a glare. You just tap it on, and whatever's left over on your brush, you can just tap away. A few little fluffy clouds, but we don't really need them. We just need some little clouds in the sky. There we go. We get that much done. Now, hopefully you like that so far. So next are some hills. So we'll make some distant hills. Because I said in my video I was going to show you how to make distant hills and how to make your painting look like it has distant flowers and hills and different things like that. So I need some inspiration. Hi. Let's put a few little highlights in here just to make your little rascals just sparkle in the sun. Thank you. That's my inspiration. Yeah. I have a link to that in my Amazon shop if you want to if you want to get one. It's a cute little. I got to say it's very inspiring for me. I love it. And that's so cool. I love it. Oh my. So yes, it's so cute. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and have a happy accident. All right. So I'm going to take for my distant hills, I'm going to take some blue and some white, maybe a little bit of red added in there, just as long as it's a brighter color. So you can use some of the colors you have on your palette already. See, so I'll just mix in with it. Now we have to decide what kind of hills we're going to have. Now you can draw it out with chalk first if you prefer. I'm going to take a chance and make some, let's see, maybe just pull over here, down, just give it a hill right here, and maybe up here and down. And I'll get some more paint so you can see it. So you can see what I'm doing. All right, so here we go, down, and there's going to be a bigger hill here in the front. And then I'm going to do a little hill over here in the back. So we'll just do that. So I'll just come down here. So I'm going to fill that in with paint. Just get that much started. You can hear me. Here we go. So let's just fill that in. I got a little bit of red going in with that. Just give it a kind of a purplish look. That was the leftover. Okay, it was leftover. I didn't go look for anything. And I'm just going to fill that in here. For distant hills are usually, now my paint is still wet. If you want to, you probably would rather have that dry when you're doing these hills because you're going to pick it up, the yellow, and it's going to turn a little green. But for the sake of the live video, I'm just going to continue on. Okay, good. Get that done. And then I'm going to do another one here. And I'm just going in with the shape of the hills. Don't have to be too fancy yet. Oh, my voice. Stop. Stop. Okay, so yeah, I started off my paintings watching Bob Ross, and I didn't paint before. I was always into drawing, and I was watching one time back in, goodness, in the 90s. I was watching a Bob Ross video on, I think it was PBS, and I seen him painting, and I said, "Oh my goodness, that looks so easy. I could probably do that." And then I just tried it, and it was a struggle, but I loved it, and I just kept doing it. So he was my inspiration. So we got some nice background hills. There we go. So like I say, to make them look distant, make sure they're nice and light. Light blue, light purple, any light color. And then the big one in the front then will be darker than those, okay? So that's that. Some distant hills. Just make sure they are light. Good. Now, yeah, and everybody watched him, I must say. I must get these out of the way for you so it won't make too much noise. All right, so now we are going to start. Let's see, make sure you can see that okay. We will start the big old hill there in the front. So I'm just using my chisel edge brush, and I'm going to darken that up. So I'm going to take some blue paint, my ultramarine blue. Let's see if I can get you to see that better. Ultramarine blue. And let's see. Maybe I'll add a little bit of burnt umber to it to gray it up a little bit. Maybe a little bit of red. It's a nice dark color. There you are. There you are. Let's see if I hope that's not too dark. But we can always lighten up. This can be our background color. So let's see if we can find. Let's see. Like I say, use chalk or something to help you. That way you can wipe it out if it doesn't work out for you. So I'm just going to come down this way. I'm going to come over a little bit. Then I'm going to bring this down here. I'm left-handed, so kind of might look a little strange to you. I don't know for sure. And I'm going to come over here and just come up, make a few bumps, and over. So that's the beginning. You can always change it if you want. You can also make your squiggly line. I taught you in one of my videos to make a squiggly line, and that will help you stay, hard to make it with the paint. It'll help you stay on either side of the mountain, okay? So let's just get this painted in here. So now see that line helps you stay on one side. And we will paint over here. See how the tape, like I always tape it off so I can work on one section at a time. That way, because we're using acrylics and they dry so fast, if you start using the whole canvas and trying to paint things all over the place, then you won't be able to blend because it'll all be dried up on you by the time you get to that spot. So it's great. So have your little squiggly line will help you stay on that side, see? And then we will get that on there. Good. If your paint gets too dry, just dampen your brush, and that will help it move better. Like I say, or blending gel, or glazing. Oh, oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh boy, you're going to see a lot of mistakes here today. That's fun. That's okay. That's okay. I need some inspiration again.
Now let's wash your brush. That's the fun part of this whole technique. Can you shake off the excess? And just beat the devil out of it.
Let's beat the devil out of it. Okay, so we'll get that there. A bit messy up here, so we'll have to fix it up a little bit. So if you have problems with your painting drying too fast, you can also use a little spray bottle and spray. Mist. We'll mist it. Good. Now, let's go up here. See how that's easier now to fix? Good. Good, good. So I'm just turning my brush different ways, like I'm using my brush at a chiseled edge. You can either go this way or you can turn it and make it more sharp. And then you can come on down and over. Okay, we have a hill. Yay! We have a hill. You want to make, Deetra, you want to make some birds, did you say? Oils are great, but I don't have the ventilation for oils. I can't stand the smell. But oils are fun. I mean, it's nice to do an oil painting once in a while. So, just want to say hi. Yes, I'm just going to say hi and see if I can answer some of your questions before we carry on, okay? So, let's see. Now I'm going to fix my hair. Okay. A bit dark now because I turned off that light in the background because it was interfering. At least I thought it was anyway. So, yeah, people love to use oils. You got a water-based oil. That's true. Yes, Stevie, water-based oils. I haven't tried them yet, but you know, I would like to. And yes. So I just thought that I would see if I could explain some of these colors to you. So these colors you can use, like I have ultramarine blue, but you can use phthalo blue. Um, just several different ones out there. And you can use Cad Red, or you can use crimson, or you can use yellow. You can also have yellow ochre and burnt umber, burnt sienna, titanium white. So you can use any blue, red, or yellow as long as you get your primary colors, and as long as they're nice paints, good paints, like from Liquidex, I think is how you pronounce it, Dalmer, Rowney, Golden, all those really good paints. A little more expensive, but they're worth it because they'll bring the colors out nice and vibrant. These ones here that I use sometimes, these are nice. They're pretty fluid, but I find that the colors are not vibrant enough, but they're nice to you can just keep adding layers. When you keep layering your paint, you're going to get your colors to come out much better, right? So let's get back to our painting. All right, here we go, round and round. All right, there it is. See, never changed. Now, yes. So what I'm going to do is, let's see. Let's take the tape off. Well, I got to do some highlights on this first, huh? Let's see, we do that first. We have to do highlights on our mountain. So I'm going to go with a smaller brush this time, smaller. That's a synthetic or nylon, and it's chiseled edge, so I can get some nice little. So what I'm going to do is the color that I used, I'm going to add, let's see, probably a bit of white to it to brighten it up. All right, just a bit of white. Now you can experiment with your paints. You don't have, when you're looking at these videos, everybody has their own style and their own technique, okay? And so you can just look at these and say, okay, well, that's how you do it, and that's how the brush you use. But you don't have to do exactly the same as what everybody else is doing. You just experiment and see what happens and enjoy. Oops. I hope you can see it. My hand in the way? Hope not. So you just enjoy the painting process, okay? Because what I find here, if you got a little hill, just use the corner of your brush and pull down from the top of that hill and pull forward, and you'll get a nice little shape. It might be a little hard to see with that glare there, but I'm going to give you a close-up in a second. But see, I'm using little humps there to shape up my mountain. Okay, and then I'm going to get a bit more light up here. I can adjust those after, so make sure that we just want to get the indication of a hill, a mountain. See, the glare is on there, so it's hard for you to see it. There we go, a little bit better. When that dries, I'll be able to show it to you better. But that's only a matter of just adding a bit of white to your dark, and you end up getting this really nice. Over here is a shadow, so you don't want, you might want to darken it up a little bit more. So you just take your blue, your ultramarine blue, add a little, I don't know, a little bit of red maybe, get nice and dark. And let's try that. And then you can darken up that edge there. That's just the other side of the mountain. Kind of purpley. I'll just add a little bit of blue, depending on what you want. Darken it up a little bit. A little bit of a hill here would be nice. So don't be just straight. So you can adjust things as you go along. See if you like what you're doing. Perfect. You need so many layers of the cheap paint to get covered. That's true. And the better quality really Isn't much more expensive. No, that's true. I mean, and it lasts a long time. Get lots of paintings out of it. So thank you, Karen. I like your input. You're a smart cookie when it comes to painting. Yeah. So that's coming along. Like I say, put the glare on it. Let's see if I can get that glare off. You can see, just to make hills look like hills, all you have to do is put your dark underpainting on first, and then just lighten up that underpainting and make little strokes here and there just to get that. Yeah. Yeah, when that dries, I'll be able to show it to you better. Okay, I think we're okay there. Now you can also see how nice and distant those hills are in the background, though? They're nice and far away, so you can't see them very good. But you can also shape them up a little bit if you want to, so that you can see that there are hills back there, but you don't have to do very much. You can just take a little bit of your blue paint and make it look like there's a little bit of a hill here. Just give it some shape. Just take the hump and move forward. So you got to figure out where the light's coming from. So I'm thinking light's coming from the right. So I'm just going to add a little bit of tap, 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 and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, just to give it a little bit of shape. There we go, just a little bit of shape. All right, down. That way you're going to shape up here so it looks like hills in the background, okay? And you can add a little bit of white to that just to lighten it up on this side, because this is where the sun is coming in. This is where we're going to say the sun is coming in. There we go. And see now how you can see them better now that we put a little bit. See, this is layering. So you're layering over your paint again with other colors. That helps. And you can put your squiggly line there if you want, if you need it. Yep. And that's sort of, see, that gives a better shape. Shapes them up a little bit in the background there, see? So you don't want to be just a blue blob in the background, because the more you do with your paint, the more you do with your paintings, the more you add little details, it makes it so much nicer. It makes it more professional looking, more like more realistic, Shirley. That's right, more realistic. And I'm so glad you love my work. Um, let's see. Dana Rose, 2000. Okay. Thank you, Dana. Yes, I teach you. Yeah, I'm happy that you're happy with what I'm doing because, like I say, there's lots of artists out there that you can learn from, and if you can get a little bit from me and a little bit from others, that's wonderful. I'm just so happy that that you're finding that you're getting. I'm finding that it really helps me and it encourages me to keep going because whenever you say that I'm helping you, then I want to help even more. So what I'm going to do with the bottom part is we have all these flowers. Now, how are we going to do that, you say? Well, now there's a couple of different ways you can do it. I'm going to I'll try it my way, and then if you can come up with an easier way yourself, because there's no hard, fast rules. You just do what's easy for you. But the main thing with this here, is that if you notice, it's green. So it's going to be all green grass underneath all these flowers, right? So we'll get the green on first, just so we'll have something to work with. We'll put on some green grass first for an underpainting. So that should help. All right. I'm going to put that over here because I'm afraid it might fall and then make a noise. So all I'm going to do is take my bristle brush. All right. I'm going to take my bristle brush. Now, I don't have any green on my canvas, on my palette. So I'm going to make my own, but you can use sap green. So let's make some green. I like doing this because it can help you learn how to color mix. And some yellow. I got a really nice dark green. See how pretty that is? That is so pretty. I love it when I put those two colors together. Now that's sort of like a sap green, okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to tap it on because I tell you why. I could spray it. I could actually just go back and forth like this. But I find when I do this, it gives me texture. Textures, see? It looks like grass. And this bristle brush is amazing for that. So just tap away until you fill up the whole bottom. Now, because this is live, I can't skip over it and, and try to get past it fast for you because I don't want you to get bored. You can go get a cup of coffee while you're waiting, or you can just keep watching. Okay, so I'm just going to dip into some more green and tap, 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 tap. Messy, messy, noisy, noisy. So I like to go and do the top part first. So that don't go all over the place, like jump, jump here, jump, jump there, jump, jump. Don't do that. Get one section done first, okay? Get one section done first, like up here, right? I'm working on this area up here, right? See? So that way it'll all come together really nicely. So as you're tapping here, tap, tap, just away from it, but don't go over here and over here and over here, because then you're going to get, it won't look right. And plus some of it will dry, and then you'll end up tapping over what you already did, and it won't look that great. So you can see, I might even go over this a little bit more just to keep it nice and thick. All right, so now I'm going to keep coming down. So what you can do next is, if you want it to blend nicely, is see if I can get as many tips in here as I can, okay? You can start down here, there's a little space there, and then you can start working your way up into. Now this is a great technique if you've got different colors going on. Now, I'm not using different colors because I'm going to add my flower, all right? Good. So you can either tap into it up here, but if that was a different color up there, you'd be better to tap away from it a little bit here, and then go back up into what you already have done so that they both blend together really nice. See how nice that's starting to look? See how nice and textured it looks? Right? So that's how you get some of these really nice textures. Thank you, Deetra. And I'm not sure if I can pronounce Rajil, JL, Rajil. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce some of your names. Thank you for watching. That's great. Love seeing you guys here. Doing these videos, it's not much good if there's nobody around. It's like a singer on a stage. If you don't have an audience, I don't think the singer is going to enjoy herself very much, eh? So we got some more here, just showing you if this was a different color, then you could go start down here, because when you go up here like this, the paint starts coming off the brush and then it blends in nicely with the rest of it, okay? Instead of going and making a big blob and ruin your painting. You don't want that. So if you start in here, you're just going to add more, right? But if you start underneath it or a little further away from it, then, okay, see that? Come right over if you want, and then fill in that space. Good. That's a noisy little easel, isn't it? Okay. Now, it's coming along, and you can see little bits of darker shades than others. Just blend it all in together. It's hard to see because of the glare, but, you know, see if I can. When that dries, like I say, it's a little hard to see it with the glare. I'm not sure how I can get that. It won't go away because it's wet, but it will eventually. Like our sky is dry now, so you can see that better, I think. Right? Our hills. We'll get it all figured out as we go along. Like I say, it's a live video, so I just have to go with the flow. And there we go. So I'm just working around. Now, like I say, you can start here and come on up. Good. Now, because I'm mixing my colors, I'm getting different color greens because I'm mixing. I'm going back and making a new batch, and so it's hard to get the exact same color. So it's okay with grass. I don't mind that. But if you're trying to get to one color, make a batch. Make a big batch of paint, okay? And that way you'll have enough then to make the one color. But if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, you're going to get different color greens. All I'm doing is here I am. See, I made some over here, and then I had to get some new paint, which meant I had to get more blue and more yellow, and then I had to make more over here. And it's going to be exactly the same color as that one. It's going to be hard to match it up. So I don't mind that, like I said here, because it's grass, and it can be all kinds of different shades of green, all right? But if you're trying to get to one shade, then make up a big batch, enough to do your painting, and then you won't have to worry. Or you can buy pre-mixed paints like sap green, and then you'll have your colors, sap green already ready for you. See, I'm just tapping around. I'm just going back into here just to make sure everything is even and it all looks pretty good. See, so like I say, make up a big batch. Because when I was doing my portrait painting, I did a portrait painting, and I was saying either buy something pre-made for skin tone, right? So you can buy pre-made skin tone, and that way you already have it all in your bottle. But if you're mixing it like I am here, your skin tones are going to change a little bit. So, or make up a batch, right? Make up a batch. Good. We're almost done here now. Almost done. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. You'll never know. We have a beautiful sunny day out here today, here in Newfoundland. And sometimes we don't get great weather, but we've been doing okay so far. So there we go. So let's get this on. I'll go as fast as I can. There we go. We're getting there. When you're painting, when you're by yourself and you're painting, you're in your own little world, aren't you? And you can take your time and you can paint away. Try not to get frustrated. It's very easy to get frustrated when you're painting because you know what you want to do, but you can't get what you're trying to accomplish. And I'll tell you some of the reasons why. It's because of your brush. Your brush is the big culprit in all of this. If you got the wrong brush, then if you did this with a chiseled edge flat brush or a very soft brush, you wouldn't get this texture that I'm getting, right? If you want this kind of texture, it'd be nice to have the bristle. See how it all opens up for you? And see? Perfect. Now, we're almost done this here now. We're almost done with this here. Hi, Vera Campbell. Thank you, Vera. I'm glad you like it so far. So, hopefully it keeps working out. Like I said, when you're doing live, you don't have time to go back and fix things, you know what I mean? So if there's something I don't like, or if I do something really wrong, I'll hopefully I'll be able to do it so that you don't go astray. I don't want to teach you something that's so. Because it's live, I want you to look at this fine. You can even follow along. But if you see me do something wrong and I can't fix it, then you guys adjust it or ask me how to adjust it, okay? Be quiet. There we go. That's better. Now look at that. See? That looks like grass already, doesn't it? Just by tapping on a bit of green. Yeah. Too bad the glare is there, but you can see it looks like all kinds of different greens and bushes almost, doesn't it? Yeah. Hopefully now that will, when it dries, I'll said that 1,000 times. Okay. Now let's see. Let's see if I can move this light. I don't know if that would help. I don't want to be too dark here either. I better leave that alone. All right, so we are getting there. Let's see. All right, while I'm waiting for that to dry a little bit, I'm going to let it dry a small bit. I'm not going to blow dry it because the hair dryer is too loud. But while I am, I don't know what it looks like on your end, but you know, I hope you can see it because it is very pretty. But right now, the camera is showing it with glare on it and everything. But hopefully you can see it. That's good. Hi, Manuela. Manuela, hi. Excellent. Okay, perfect. So we're trying to do something like this. Like I say, it's not exactly the same. And you can see the sky is more bright, more orangey, but you can have it this softer colors if you want. You can see the hills are a little similar, but they're not exactly the same. And now we're going to work on probably some distant trees in the background there. I'm not sure if I like those or not, but I'll show you how I did those anyway. All right. I will show you how I did those distant trees. So you can see some are back there already just by when I did the grass. I just went up a little bit with, see, and it looks like distant trees. See that? So you can do that. And you can also, I'll show you another little way that might help. I'm going to go with my chiseled edge brush. I might get a smaller one because I think that one might be too big. So I'll try different sizes. So I'll try this one just to see what happens. And I'm going to go into my dark green. Just going to wipe that there like that. And I'm just going to tap on a little bit of dark green, and then I'm going to pull up some of these trees. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Tap, tap, tap on some green. Pull up, pull up, pull up. And that gives you nice little background trees. Oopsie daisies. So we'll go back in here. I don't know if I could zoom in. I'll have to do it this way. All right, so I'll go this way and I'll tap on some of these distant trees, and then I'll pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up some background trees. See? Tap on, tap off. All right. So we'll tap on, we'll tap up, tap on, tap up. You can even turn your brush to the chiseled edge. Tap on, pull up, Pull up some trees. You can turn your brush to get the different trees. So you can do it this way or you can do it this way, okay? So tap on this way. This is the horizontal. Flip it vertical and pull up some trees. There we go. Tap on. Let's see. I don't want my hand to get in the way either. So tap on and pull up. See, that gives you like distant trees. They're way, way back there. They're tiny. That's what makes them look distant, right? So let's see if I can get a nice shot there for you. Touch, 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 tap, tap, tap. And then see, we almost got little trees there already. So all you need to do is pull up a few little, make them look like different sizes. See? So you got all kinds of trees going on. Now you can do it this way. Tap on your paint and then pull up like that. So hopefully that's a little tip for you. Marvelous. So we have some background trees. Glad you like it. Glad you like it, big boy John. And I hope you enjoy this. Good. So the green is starting to dry there now because I don't want that green to mix in with my flower color. So whenever I tell you, let me explain to you about certain things about painting. So all you have to do is, there I am. So anyway, I'm silly. So anyway, when you're painting and you want to blend two colors together, make sure both the colors are wet. It's called wet on wet. Now, if you want to add something to your painting, but you don't want it to blend with the underpainting that you already did, then make sure your paint is dry, and then you put your wet paint over your dry paint, and that is wet on dry. Okay, so you might hear these terms and you might say, what does that mean, I wonder? So if you have any questions and I can answer them for you, I certainly will. So I find if I want, say if I want to, when I want to add my flowers to this paint, I want to make sure that grass is nice and dry, because what will happen is when I put on my lighter colors, it'll pick up all the green and then it'll just all get muddy. So, but if I want to add more grass to that and add a few different colors, I would do it while it's still wet, and then it would all blend together nicely. Okay, so yeah, so anytime you want to add on top of the paint and not blend, just make sure the paint underneath is dry, okay? So hopefully that's a help. So I don't know if there's anybody else there. All right. I'm glad you're all watching. Thank you very much for watching. This is fun. I like it. Okay, next we're going to, let's try this. I'm going to get my fan brush out. There's my fan brush. If your fan brush won't work or you don't have one, just use your bristle brush that we used for the grass. Okay. So let's go over to our grass and we will pick up the colors now for our flowers. Now we want to make distant flowers first, right? So you want to make them look distant. So in order to make them look distant, we are just going to see, because the flowers are so big in the front, it makes everything else get pushed back. So I have some blues in there and some yellows and some pinks, because there might be all kinds of different colors there, right? So let's try picking up some. Let's pick up a bit of blue first. Now, I don't know if that's completely dry, but we'll work with it. So I'm going to get some blue paint, and I'm going to add some white to it with my fan brush. And I'm just going to tap on, with my fan brush, just tap on some blues. Just see those little taps of blue, see? My fan brush will do all the work for me. I don't have to do anything, just tap. And I'm not tapping close together. I'm separating them so that the flowers look like they're all over the place, okay? Because we have to leave room for other colors. All right? Just tap, 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 tap. I have my brush like this, horizontal, and there's tapping the very top of the brush. And make sure you got enough paint on there to show through. So I'll put some here, wherever you want them, just all over the place. Don't even have to be fussy. As long as they're there. Good, good. So we can always add more after, depending on how we do our big flowers. We can add them in after. But see how that, even that alone, a synthetic fan brush, Manuela. Well, a synthetic fan brush is nice to use too. Go ahead and use a synthetic fan brush. That'll work. There's really not much tips, but use it the same as you would your, use it the same as you would your bristle. It just gives you, same as a synthetic flat brush. It'll give you a smoother, it'll work basically the same as a fan brush, but I do find, bristle, but I do find that it's a little softer and it might be a little harder to, depending what you're doing. If you're trying to get texture, you may not be able to get it as good with the synthetic. So try both and see how it works. And because I've used, if I could find my synthetic one here for you, I'd use it. I never thought about taking that one out, but I will look for that in a second. I don't want to hold you guys up too much. I have one here. I don't even have it open. Look, it's a brand new one. So let's see. That's nice. See, that's a synthetic. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that nice? It's almost too nice to use, but look, I'll show you anyway. I'll have to show you anyway. Why not? So I'm going to take the blue paint that I had, and I am going to see what we get with this synthetic fan brush. So here we go. Now, that doesn't do too bad. It's nice. It's just that the lines are a little straighter, but it's not bad. You can even use the corner of the brush to get smaller flowers. Just use the corner. There we go. Good. Yeah, that's not too bad. It looks good. So you can use synthetic or bristle. Perfect. There's so many things you can use. You can use a palette knife. All kinds of good stuff. So let's clean our brush off this time. Clean our brush off. And we will try some different colors. Okay, so let's go with maybe pink. Let's try a little bit of pink. So we're going to do different colors, all right? Pink. So we got white and red. Now you can have whatever colors you want. Make it a little whiter so it looks like it's in the background. So it looks like it's in the distance. Distance. Here we go. Now we're going to go with some of these. Tap, tap, tap. There we go. We got nice pretty flowers going on back here. Don't cover up your blue ones. Just go around them. We're going to leave some space for some yellow ones. Just tap around. Tap, tap, tap. There we go. All right. My hand's in the way. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's get that going on here. Thank you, Karen. I'm trying my best. I don't know what's going to happen at the end. We'll find out. All right, so tap, tap, tap. There we go. Some more. So these are just all these pretty flowers in the field. And this is how you get them. And you can do different ways. You can also use different brushes and put them on individually. When you use these kind of brushes, they'll get a lot of them on for you so that you don't have to do them individually. But These are just adding colors to your field. There we go. Good. Just tap them on there. And I think after this one, we'll put on some yellow and orange, and then we'll get on with our big flowers, okay? Now, I could spend another hour playing with this, but I don't want to do that because I want you guys just to get some idea of how to get some nice flowers in the field. But I don't want to just continue doing this. So you see some more flowers going on there. So let's try and add some more color. Let's try, thank you, Vera and Deetra. Like I said, I hope I'm pronouncing your names right because I'm not very good at that, am I? So anyway, let's go with some yellow flowers. Yellow, maybe yellow flowers. Let's see. I don't want to add a little bit of white to that yellow, just to, let's try that, right? Let's try, see what happens. Scary. You have to whisper in order for it to work. Whisper. Work, 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 work. I might put some orangey ones in there too. See how it's, the spaces that you left open now you're filling up a little bit. And that one I pushed my hand too hard, so try to be gentle. Be gentle. And put lots of paint on your brush so that you don't have to push too hard, okay? So just be gentle and let your fan brush do all the work for you, okay? There we go. See, I keep pushing, my hand just jumps on me sometimes. So I guess is where I'm standing, I'm not sure, but sometimes my hand will just push it right in. See, it knows I'm doing live, so it says, okay. Silly. I'm silly. So anyway, as you can see, look, it's starting to come together. You still see all the greens underneath, right? Still see all the greens underneath, and these are all distant, in the distance, so you can't see. They don't have very much detail. So that's how you make it look distant. I'm putting a few down here so they'll be in the background of the bigger flowers, all right? So I'm going to add a few orangey ones, and then I think I'm going to put in the bigger ones. All right, and then we're almost finished. All right, so I'm going to pick up some orange this time. Like I said, I could be doing this for hours and hours, but I don't want to continue this because I'm sure you're getting ready to have a cup of tea or something. Yes, if you go overboard doing flowers, when do you know enough is enough? Well, let's get it to our flowers after, and we'll work on that. So I got the orangey color going in here between what I did, not on top, in between, okay? In between. Don't destroy everything you already did. Leave some of that green showing, all right? So with your orange, add a little bit of white if it's too dark. All right, so just see, I'm trying to lighten it up for you so you can see. So try not to destroy what you already did. Just put in some of these orangey ones. And if you need more paint, because the more paint you get on your brush, the easier it will flow. You won't have to struggle. You won't have to push and get those big lumps of paint, okay? So I've got some orangey ones going on here, right here. And I'm tapping lightly in some places and pushing a little bit harder in other places, all right? And sometimes I'm pushing too hard. And I'm letting the paint run off my brush at times, so I don't pick up any new paint until I'm ready. Until I get some of this on, so I can see I need more paint. Right, and then you'll see it coming through better. But see how it's filling up that field without making it one big blob? Just by using the fan brush. And like I said, you can try a bristle brush too. And this will make it look like distant flowers. And yeah. So I'm going to leave that there like that. There's lots more I could do. But I think I'm going to leave that. And I'm going to add some of the bigger flowers now. So So far, we got a field of flowers. Oh, cool. I'm glad I'm one of the ones that do pronounce your name right. I try my best. I try to break it up into syllables or something. But there we go. That's start, right? So um, you got your distant mountains, you got your bigger mountain, and you have your field of flowers. Now, in order to make those look distant, we have to put in the bigger flowers now, don't we? So why don't we decide, now we're going to need our liner brush, all right? Our liner brush. And I also need a little inspiration.
And that may be the true joy of painting, is when we share it with other people. I really believe that's the true joy.
Now, when you share it with other people, isn't that nice? And that's what I love to do. It's so much fun. It really, really is fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a long liner brush. A long liner brush. See? Now you might ask what size it is, and it doesn't say here, but like I say, all brands are different. Now I'm going to wet it, and I'm going to wet it, which brings it together more. Okay, see? And what I'm going to do is you make up a mix of a green and some yellow. And I've showed you this before, but you know, the more you do it, the easier it gets, I think. So I'm just going to drag my brush through some green paint on one side of my brush and yellow on the other side. All right, you see that? I was kind of distracted there for a second. All right, so run it through green on one side of your brush and yellow on the other. There we go again. There we go again, losing my voice. Okay, now, let's see. We are going to start off with these, to make it easy for us, we're going to start off with these little, there, like that, see? You're going to make all those come up first. That will help us decide we want short flowers or long flowers. So we get all that in first, then we can add our flowers on top of that. So we'll do our stems first. Make sure your brush is a little damp and you have lots of paint on it so that it'll move, okay? So let's just do probably a small one here, right? Let's do a small one here. And see, there's one there. And we'll do another one. So pick up more paint. You need to pick up paint a lot, okay? You need a lot of paint to pick up. And just get your sap green or your mixture that you're using. And let's go. Let's see. Now, this is where you have to make decisions, okay? Make your decisions. We're going to put some of these in here. Some of these here. I'll put more yellow on so you can see what I'm doing. So, pull up these lines. And I'm going to add a little more white to them too because there we go. I'm trying to let you see it, so I'm adding white, but don't add white. I'm just doing that so you can see what I'm doing. And let's see. We may want them some taller than others. So we'll just put in a bunch. Make some leaning over and some coming up. Just make them all over the place. Now, so get this much done. I won't put in as many as I got here, but just so you get an idea, right? So just keep putting up those stems. They can be anywhere at all. Start at the bottom and work your way up. All right. So then you can you can go over a little bit. So we're putting in the larger flowers now, Shirley. Shirley, thank you for watching. So let's try these bigger flowers and then we're going to be done for today. And then I want to do more live streams because people are watching. Like I said, it wouldn't be any fun if there wasn't anybody here watching, but there's also a rebroadcast, so you'll be able to watch that also if you miss some of this, right? You miss some, then there'll be a rebroadcast on YouTube. So, let's see. Probably bring one up here. I'll probably make some taller ones in a minute. So what I'm going to show you also to do is get your fan brush, if you have your fan brush. I'll use a synthetic fan brush since I've been asked about it. And I am going to make some more grass at the bottom here. So I'm just going to get my green, make my green. And I'm going to get some green on my fan brush, pick up a bit of yellow. And I'm just going to pull up some of these bits of grass down here. Pull them up, pull up, pull up, pull up. And you can turn your brush the other way to give you thinner ones, right? Fan brush really helps get these on faster, even faster than the liner brush. So get up some of these nice thick ones too. Right? See? Turn it this way. We'll get some of these down here. And that'll give you some nice little, and then you pull up some more of these. So what you need is lots of paint in order to get these to work. See? So you just turn them this way and that way and this way. There we go. And that way and this way and that way. To the left, to the right, to the right, to the left, and straight up. To the left. See how you're starting to fill up the bottom there now? And your fan brush is this way, which is vertical, and you pull up from the bottom, and you go to the right, go to the left, and go straight up, and that'll help. That'll help you get some curves and things going on. So you can put in as many as you want. There we go. So now we have a bunch of things going on down here, and if you need more of those, then you can put some more of these in with your fan brush. So I find we're getting pretty good ones here with the fan brush. So if you want to use your fan brush instead of the liner brush, that would be the way to go. Like I say, experiment with your brushes. Just make sure you decide what brush is better. Don't use anything that's going to cause you any heartache and delay you in your painting. All right. So, we have a few tall ones back here. Some of these flowers go way up here. Way up here. All right. Right. Another one here, maybe a little taller. Some here. Shorter ones, tall ones. There we go. See, once you get all these in, then you can start putting your flowers on. All right, so we'll get that started there now. Let's see what we can do with the flowers. All right. So what we're going to do with the flowers is we are going to try 2 different ways to see what works best, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the back of my brush and I'm going to dip it into my burnt umber and maybe a little bit of yellow so you can see it. And I'm going to put a center in for one of the flowers. I'll put the center in first. That way we'll be able to see where the flower is going to help you. Let's get a little center in there. Probably not dark enough, so I'll add some dark color to it. Let's see. I'm just tapping it on. I'm getting my center. All right. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow and white to that one just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So that's that part. And now we'll get our Filbert brush. Our Filbert. And we'll make our flowers. So So what we need is more white, and we need, let's see, more white and more yellow, and there we go. And I'm thinking, I'm just trying to think now while I'm doing that, how to get those white flowers to really stand out. So I'm going to add some white to my filbert and a little bit of a purplish color, just to give it a shadow, all right? And then we can highlight it after. So we need, to show white, you need something, another color to bring out the white, okay? So this is your filbert, and then we're going to put one here. We're going to touch and pull down. All right, that's one. And then we will go over here, touch and pull in. We just get those four corners done first, and that will help you get the whole flower on better. And another one, and another one. All right, so we'll just use the filbert to get that nice little round top. So now you got your four, it's like a propeller. So now you're going to go into in between those, okay? So you go in between that, touch and pull in, touch and pull in, touch and pull in, touch and pull in. Good. And then we will go in between those. All right. So if you're, so turn your brush, if you were using the vertical, I'm sorry, the horizontal, turn it vertical, and that way you can get smaller ones in between. All right. Touch and pull in. Touch and pull in. There we go. Now, so you have a nice little flower. Now we need to highlight that. While we're waiting for that to dry, in order to highlight it, we need to let it dry a bit. If you do it while it's wet, it's only going to pick up the colors. See, you put white on your brush and then you pull in the white. It will be good, but we want to make sure it's, want to make sure that the purple don't totally come through. But you can do it this way too. Touch and pull in. Don't come all the way in, that way you get the shadows there on the bottom. There we go. Good. Get some more white. This is the hard part. This is hard when you're doing it live. If I was sitting here and just taking my time, and then I would be able to do more work with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up some of that shadow color inside here, and I'm going to pull that out into my flower to give it a bit of shadows there. See, in between, you pull that out into, while the paint is wet. Okay, just pull that out into the flower so that gives the flower some shadow. Good. See? And we'll highlight that again now in a second. So I'm going to do a couple more. It's 3:30 now. I can still go to 4 if you guys want to keep going. I don't want to hold you up too long. It'll be a 2-hour video. And I'm sure some of you must want to go and get something to eat. It's a Saturday afternoon, beautiful day out in most places, I assume. And so I will do a couple more, and then we will, because they're all basically the same. Once you do one, everything is basically the same. I'll just show you some different flowers, and then you can. So what I'm going to do is to make some little stems and leaves. I'm just going to put some green on one side of my brush and some yellow on the other side. And I'm just going to take my filbert and I'm going to touch and pull in. And you got a nice little touch, pull in. See, so cool. So you can even do a few while you got your brush loaded up. You can do a few more while you're, and it's nice to move in different places because you don't get bored. Like you want to add a few of these, And that way you're not bored. You're doing different things all the time, which is kind of nice, right? You can also, while you're waiting, you can also take your filbert and you can take some red on one side of your brush and some white on the other side. And you can make some pretty little flowers. You can turn your brush with the red side on the right and the white on the left, and you can touch and have a pretty little tulip or rose, whatever you want it to be. All right, so you can do a few of those while you're waiting. You can take different colors, do the same thing. Put them side by side to make them bigger. All right. So red on one side of your brush, and also put the red side down and the white side up and see what effects you get. See, it's a different flower there. See? You just play and put flowers in everywhere. Right? Just touch. Just touch, and you have all kinds of flowers. Different colors. All right. Oops, sorry about that. So, you can start adding some flowers here and there like this, right? Look how pretty they are. I mean, how simple is that? I have been painting since probably 2000. I started off, and then I didn't, and then I was busy, most, rearing children and all that same stuff we're all doing, working and all that. But I've been painting probably 2007. I started to really get into it more. So it's been a while. I always loved to draw and paint, mostly drawing. I didn't expect to be doing any painting until I met Bob. And he really, really gave me the interest to do it. So there we go. I'm just brightening that up a little bit there on the edges. So nothing serious. So if you want to do some more of those flowers, just put your center in. Let's just put a center in, say, here. All right, just a center. And then pick up a bit of white or yellow and just, oops. Okay, that's not working. That was a bad idea. Well, the back of my brush is probably, you need to get the back of your brush smaller. Don't make it too big. There we go. Just a few little taps there so you can see what I'm doing. So you can also have that, and you can also pick up your purplish color again, a bit of white. And where are you? Where are you? It's hiding on me. Yeah, my thumb is in the way. Sorry about that. So there it is. There it is. So then you're going to take, you can also take and make it look like it's hanging down just by pulling out a few of these leaves and leave that top, leave that up there, okay? Just make it look like it's hanging down. And then you can take some white, go back over it again to brighten it up, pull them down, good, good. And then you can also take some of the shadow color and pull out. See how simple that is? And that needs to be brightened up again now, but I'm just showing you how I got the shadow color. Because the inside was wet, I pulled that shadow right into the flower. Right, and good. And then I'm going to add a bit more white. Like I said, because I'm left-handed, it gets a little awkward when I'm doing it this way, but that's okay. I don't mind. As long as you guys can see what I'm doing. So just add a few more little bits of white on there, just to, so you can make them hang down, you can make them different ways. Okay, so I'll do one more, and then I'm going to do a couple of different colors, and then I'll let you go so you can have a nice day. Let's see where else. Let's try over here. Over here. And we'll tap into that. Our center. You can make your center first, or you can do the flower first and put the center in after. But I find the center helps me. It helps me get a better flower. So maybe this flower is facing a different way or something. So let's see what we can do with that. Let's see. So we need our purplish color. And maybe this flower is probably little short ones right here. And little short, the shorter they are, the more they look like they're. And then maybe the flowers on this part are bigger, so that should make it look, oh, look how yellow that is. I didn't mean to pick up yellow. That was a happy accident. Oh my, that's my happy accident. Good. Just tapping and pulling in. So that makes it look like the back, like it's in a different shape. See? Makes it look like it's falling forward or something. Oh my, you didn't see that? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was an accident. That's not a happy accident there. But anyway, what I did was I put my center and I made the back flowers. We'll do that again. I made the back flowers shorter. Okay, they're there. All right, and they were shorter. And then I picked up some more paint and I made these flowers longer. You can even go over what you already did just to shape them up better. Look, see? And that makes it look more like um it's facing a different way, you know what I mean? And then you also can use the wet paint to bring it out to get some shadows. See? See? Good. So it's kind of like it's forward there. So you can make all different shapes. Put in your center first, and then you can make your flowers hang down or make it look like it's longer on one side than the other. Gives different shapes. All right. So good. That's marvelous. And so we'll add a few more little flowers. And like I said, I could keep going and going and going, but this take all day. So you learn how to do these flowers. I'll add a few more smaller flowers, and then we'll call it a day. And then I'll be doing some more live videos. If you like this one, you can let me know. Leave something in the comments. Let me know, if you enjoyed this. And give me some ideas. If you want to see something painted, I'll just come on and we'll paint together. And we'll paint. You can watch and then do the painting later when you get the rebroadcast. So, because it's all so much fun. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some little ones down here. Just make a little stem or a little center. Make a smaller one down here with yellow. And just make a smaller one down here. Touch, pull. All right, this yellow is I'm going to add white to that so you can see it. Just touch, 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 touch. See, and you got a little flower. So, and then you can use the center to pull out some of the shadows. All right, so that's that one. And I'm just going to add a few more little ones. I'm not even going to put center in this one. I'm just going to touch, 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 and touch. See that? It's almost like a butterfly. Touch, 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 and touch. Oh, this is the Filbert brush I'm using now. You can also do some different colors. Touch, 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 in between. Now, when you put your centers in, whether they're reds, you can look up some flowers online and see what was pretty. Just put it on and spread it out a little bit. On here, the center right here. Spread it out a little bit and so you get some shadow. Maybe a little brown one here. Right. So you get all kinds of flowers. So I think that should do it for now. There's lots more you can do. Just keep adding as many flowers you want down here, all right? whatever you want down here, this here, you perfect. Once you get all these little tiny flowers in the background, and then you can put and different kinds of flowers, whatever kind of flowers you want, you go ahead and put in whatever you want. And if you get one done, I'd love to see it. You can email it to me at AllisonPryor@yahoo.com. I'd love to see your paintings. If you end up doing this one, I would love to see it. And I'd love your suggestions and anything at all that magnolia flower. I can do that in another video because we're getting almost like 3:45 now. I've been at it for almost 2 hours, and I know everybody's got things to do on a Saturday, but I will do that. Thank you, Deetra. I try to make it as easy as I can. I try to make it simple because I know a lot of people out there are new artists that just want to get started. And thank you, Dana Rose. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really, really happy that we got together today, and I'll be seeing you in another video. So, signing out from Allison Pryor. See you in another video. Bye.